Did not. Oh, is that? Am I live right now? Live for you to see? What is going on, everybody? Good American morning to all of you out there. Have my coffee. Already been on air for half an hour today, so I will be on for another half an hour right now. Thank you for everyone who tuned in last night to the Bakersfield Gentleman Saturday show and to schedule for one fall part one of WrestleMania 36. I'm going to try to brighten this up a little bit. Boop. There we go. I'm looking great, except for this hair and this facial hair. And I have little bug bites from the dog because they're dogs and we don't wash them properly. Kevin, how you doing? Hope you're having a great day, brother. Or starting out a day really well. Because, I'm technically just starting my day out. I've been awake for like an hour and a half. But not accomplished much this morning. Just a matter of trying to wake up, trying to get my schedule to actually be a schedule again. And these shows are really great. So thank all of you out there who are helping me get the schedule back to normal, or at least somewhat normal. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off on my phone real quick. There we go. And who else is out there this morning? Let me know. Again, until I run out, which will be in like 5 days, I think. So the end of this week. Every day, it's Criollito time. See if I can. Come on. Can make that. There. Come on. Come on, focus. Focus on the Criollito, please. All right. It just refuses to focus on the band right now. I apologize, guys. It's not going to do it. I apologize. I'm going to go ahead and light this up. I hope everyone is having a good Sunday startup. But I am having the El Criollito again, my PDR. One of my very favorites, not just from them, but just in general. Great morning stick, great coffee cigar. Again, thank you all for joining us last night and joining me this morning for this right now. News has been lacking. This is what it is. Everybody's doing their Zoom herfs. Everyone's going live as often as they can to keep everybody entertained, and I love that. But it kind of leaves us at a little bit less news to talk about than usual. I mean, new releases are being pushed back for obvious reasons, guys. I mean, it's not like people are wanting to do this. It's just what it is right now because everything going on. But once it's all done with, once everything kind of either goes to normal or whatever resembles normal after this, it's going to be a lot of great news coming out. I can already tell. Boro Latina, checking out on YouTube. How you doing? Got my YouTube crowd in here today. I love it. Rosita, I got the link in the comment if you want to say hello or anything. Anybody, if you want to say hello, really, guys. I got that link on Facebook and on YouTube. You click it, and you get a, what do you call it? Just follow the directions, and I can bring you on. But all the, what up, brother? How you doing? I'm going to pick up my second cigar of the day. You are lapping me, brother. I'm loving it. All right, I got to catch up. I'm going to smoke my El Criollito just a little bit faster, a little more gusto today then. All right, I already lied. I'm not going to smoke this too fast because I love this. And, oh, my goodness. I cannot tell you. This is my favorite budget cigar. I don't know why I'm saying that. It's my favorite budget stick out of so many budget sticks out there that are really great. There's a lot of inexpensive, price-friendly cigars out there, and this is just one that wears the crown very well above all the other ones. If you want something a little stronger, I could definitely find some recommendations for stronger budget-friendly cigars. But if you love that coffee cigar in the morning, cannot go wrong with this guy. El Criollito, hands down. At the beach, going for a walk. Oh, okay. Hope you're having a great time because that sounds wonderful right now. Practicing that social distancing and a beautiful beach. I love it. That is a great call. Maybe I'll go live from our little walkways over here. We have a private lake in our area, so I don't want to brag, but it's pretty sweet. Ow, it's on my arm. So maybe we'll do a show from over there. Unfortunately, cannot smoke cigars there. There we go. I'm gonna bring her on real quick. Bam!
Hey, good
Hey,
morning. Get some better lighting here.
good morning to you. So at the beach, huh?
Yeah, I just pulled up. I'm gonna go for a walk, and everybody's out here with their dogs, keeping distance, and you got to stay active. I'm at home getting gordita, eating all the damn tacos.
Oh my, I can feel myself getting heavier. I'm tired of it. I gotta get a workout plan. It's gonna start tomorrow morning. Right before the show, I'm gonna go work out. Come here, be all sweaty in front of you guys. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I just watched church. It's Palm Sunday. Had to give it to God
Beautiful.
first, and now I'm gonna go for a walk and get some prayers in. Pray for all your families, for protection and healing. Yeah.
Yeah, our church is doing online masses too right now. It is at 12 and 3 o'clock. No, sorry, 12 they do a daily rosary reads. 3 o'clock is mass. Excuse me.
Awesome.
But they're really trying to keep everyone informed. You know what the church is doing right now. I love that they came into the new year with a little more tech savvy because they never did anything like that before. So I really like that they're getting with the times. You know.
Right. So let me ask you, since we're home stuck, like, is there a cigar that you've been like, okay, this is my go-to, this is my daily, this is where my comfort is?
Oh yeah, 100%. My El Criollito, I got a pack of these Tuesday,
Hmm.
and I got to find more because I'm gonna run out of them probably by this Tuesday if I keep smoking them like I'm doing.
Right. So I went and grabbed a bunch of Arturo Fuente Rosados, the 44. Perfect
Ooh,
little
good
price for
call.
me. My coffee, or like I said, I've been out trying to sit at the beach. Sunset Cliffs out here, it's crazy. People are parking along the streets because the beach itself is closed. And I saw one guy had a chair on top of his car. He was smoking a cigar, reading a book. People are sitting in the bed of their trucks. It was funny. It was like a drive-in along the side of Sunset Cliffs. It was hilarious.
I
But
like
everybody's
that.
out there, and that's where I've been trying to go out there and just get some water therapy and smoke my cigar and relax. But it's been the Rosado, the 44.
That is a good pick. But yeah, you want something not too big, you want something great in the morning. That's perfect. Um,
Hmm.
and people are trying to do their best, keep that social, keep like a car length apart. You're good to go. So I'm glad to see people still not out and about, but at least out. You don't want to be stuck
Yeah.
in the house all day.
Well, at least we know they're not paranoid. That's when things get scary. When people start really losing it and getting paranoid, if they feel they can have some sense of normality,
Hmm.
it still works.
Oh
But
yeah.
if anyone's doing nails still, please help me. I was told I have the best nails in the quarantine as of yet. So
Gotta
someone
keep,
come do my nails.
gotta keep it going. Then gotta keep the streak alive. I get it.
Right.
Rich, how you doing, buddy? Um, what was I gonna say? Gosh dang it. Yeah, a lot of those places closing down right now. I got my hair is way too long on the sides here. I'm just gonna shave it all off soon. I can't stand it. Way too long.
Go pelon.
It's gonna happen. But yeah, it's I'm going crazy with that kind of stuff. I forget, or you kind of take it for granted that it could be there when it's not now.
Hmm. You see, I got my a hat on, right?
That's smart. I'm not a hat guy. That's Frankie.
Yeah,
He's a hat guy.
that's
So it's just
funny.
I'm left to my own devices of letting it fall on my face. Ugh,
Oh no. My
too much.
uncle still uses a Floby.
What?
A Floby.
That's a floppy.
Oh, you're probably too young. It was an attachment you hooked up to your vacuum hose, and you would go like this, and the vacuum would suck your hair up, and then it would cut as it went along.
That's genius. Why don't we use that anymore?
He still does.
I need one of those. I don't
You
want to
should
clean up
look
a
it up,
mess.
dude, and then do it live
Oh,
with the Floby.
I need one. Yeah, I will do that. Just get rid of all this. Oh,
Yeah.
that's genius.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, I'm gonna go for my walk. Thanks for letting me on. Just gotta
Glad to see
represent,
you.
having my coffee and my Cowboys.
Nice, nice. I like it. All right, miss. Have a great walk, and I'll talk to you later.
All right. Bye, guys. Stay safe.
Bye. You too. You too. All right, it was good to see Rosita for a second. If you haven't checked out Puerto Latina, I definitely recommend doing so. Nolan, how you doing? Good morning. Kevin giving me some laughing faces. Yeah, I need to shave this head. And if there's a device that cleans the mess whilst I get my hair cut, I'm gonna have a camper. I'm gonna scoot over here to the side. Um, Richard, how you doing? I know you just saw my ugly face a second ago. You and Rick, thank you guys for tuning in. Girls Gore and Gin. is also doing a morning show right now with all this craziness going on. They want to give you guys a little more entertainment, a little more oomph out there because it gets boring real fast. So give them a big shout out, guys, if you can. Make sure to go like and subscribe to them as well because they could use it, and they definitely are helping fill that void for everybody out there. Again, I am having the criollito, the El Criollito, excuse me, and the Robusto. Super wonderful, super flavorful cigar on this great Sunday morning. It's a little gloomy, but it's already clearing up pretty quick. I can see blue skies above me. The clouds are rolling out of here, so it's going to be a wonderful Sunday.
What is going on, everybody? Frank here for the Bakersfield Gentlemen. How are we doing today? Sorry, you guys. It took me so long to get here. I apologize. You had to deal with Miguel for this time. How's everybody doing?
Now, that's why I scooted over. Glad to see you.
Yeah. You guys, just real quick. Sorry I joined in late, but I am smoking the Vegas de Jalapa Cofre de Oro.
Ooh, let me see this.
Another cigar. I have no idea what it is, and I have no idea. I think we might have gotten this from Chris Markham. I don't know.
I don't remember. What do you call it? So, way to show up late.
Thank you.
10, 11 minutes late.
I was doing with my hair.
Oh, you're doing with your hair. Yeah, it looks good under the hat.
It always looks crooked on my head. Don't know why. Maybe I just have a weird shaped head.
You got a crooked head. Not your fault. Oh, my goodness. So, yeah, just talking about thanking everyone for watching last night. Not just the show, but also scheduled for one fall.
Yeah.
Talking that WrestleMania Part 1. I'm not really looking for Part 2 right now, but is what it is.
But who's on? Kevin, Geraldo, Rosita, Rick, Nolan, Kevin, Richard. How you guys doing?
Yeah, I hope everyone's having a good Sunday. Just, starting the day off. Nothing crazy.
This might have been a bad choice. This is super spicy.
Super spicy already?
Yeah, this might have been a bad morning choice, you guys. I'm not going to lie. Never heard of this cigar. What I've been trying to do when I get up early to smoke cigars is I've been trying stuff. I don't know what it is. I've been looking for stuff at the bottom or the side of the humidor that I don't really gravitate towards, or I just got and I don't know what it is. And been trying to give those a try. I did that yesterday with that Trinidad that I didn't know. I'm doing that today with this one. I've done that with a couple others. And, yeah, you live and you learn. The Boneyard match was
pretty good.
It was weird. I'm not going to lie. I was not a fan. It looked really cheesily filmed. And there was a lot of dumb spots in it. Like The Undertaker was beat down. AJ Styles was, yelling at him and he just flips him off. And I was like, okay. They kept using their real names, which I thought kind of killed it. And it was just really, really cheesily done. So it is what it is. Sean, how you doing? This one is called the Vegas de Jalapa Cofre de Oro. Sorry, my Spanish isn't great, you guys. I'm not a very fluent in speaking Mexican-American. I apologize.
Sounds pretty good to me.
You guys can see that. There we go.
Let's see if I can get that to focus. Back it up just a little bit. It's not been wanting to focus on the cigar bands today. I could get it to work yesterday just fine. Nothing today. So super irritating. So yeah, now that we kind of have a better setup right now, at least closer to us, I thought, we can show you the bands now. Apparently not. Apparently I was wrong.
It is what it is. Hopefully you guys are having a good Sunday morning.
Yeah.
If you guys have any cigars on deck for today, let us know. We're going to be over at the club a little bit later to watch WrestleMania Day 2, smoke some cigars. And, I will say that is kind of like a saving grace that we have out here in Bakersfield. We have a private members-only lounge, and we have about 25 members right now. And, we all pay our dues. We all get 24-hour access to this club. We can keep our humidors there. Everybody has a locker. We actually have two. We have our alcohol locker and our stuff locker. And we keep three or four humidors over there. We have access to the TVs with all of their stuff. They have all the subscription channels plus cable, high-speed internet, the pool table, dartboard.
You would never run out of stuff to watch.
Yeah,
you can't. It's impossible. And then, you can play pool, darts, and friggin' just listen to music if you want on the speakers. Have your drink if you want. Get a little drink on.
We streamed for what, 5 straight hours from there?
We got 5 hours.
So we're supposed to go 8, but
computer problem.
We had my laptop's a little older and it started getting overheated, so we had to cut it. But still, we were able to stream for 5 straight hours with not a whole lot of downtime. So to everybody who remembers that when joined us, thank you guys for that.
I think you just finished your 6th. I was starting my 6th.
I think you were starting your 4th because you were pretty far behind.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah,
no, I wasn't.
Because you had chosen bigger cigars.
I wasn't too behind.
I think I lapped you basically.
I think you're being I want to call you on the show, but we're a gentleman show, so I can't call you this right now. But Frankie likes to cheat when we do these brotherly competition things.
No, one of us decided to pick Churchills and Gordos. One of us was smart and picked Robustos.
One of us hopped in last second to do this. When I said I was going to do it from the beginning,
to show the other person
with
how it's
manly
done.
Cigars, not these little. Oh, look at my little Robusto. Oh, Robusto.
Richard, man, anytime you want to come out, man, we're more than happy to have you out here. You know, I just don't recommend coming during the summer because it gets super, super hot and it sucks. But as long as we stay inside with the AC, we're pretty good. But
we got a pool for you to chill in, yeah.
It's not great. That we do. The only thing about our access to a pool is our parents' house. They have a pool here, but they actually belong to it's a country club thing where they get access to the pool club, which has 1, 2, 3, 4 pools, different sizes. They have one huge one. It's like a family pool. They have 2 smaller ones for adults only. And they have one for like little kids. It's like a foot and a half deep. It's actually pretty cool. And then they have the jacuzzi. Only thing is they have all these built-in ashtrays, but you can't smoke.
Yeah. They were in there before, people were starting to go crazy with the whole smoking laws everywhere. And then it is a family area. They do have a jungle gym. So I kind of get why there's no smoking there, but you cannot get rid of these ashtrays.
Yeah, they're like cemented into the ground.
Yeah.
Back in the day, obviously, they allowed smoking, but now they've done away with it. Danielle, what's up, fellas? In the game room listening to music and smoking tobacco. What are you listening to?
Oh, I like it.
What are you listening to? When I got here, my sister's listening to some
terrible
rap that I do not understand and I don't get it. You can't hit children, obviously, but I wish you could.
Hey, pool table counts 100%. I love it.
My second cigar will be Oliva G. My first one, what should I expect? The G.
It's a little lighter than your Series V line.
A lot lighter, actually.
It's like that middle between the O and the V. I do like it as far as something with a good flavor to it still. But if you don't want something too heavy, that's definitely a good call right there. Everything Oliva does is quality. It really is. Even when they go with their flavor route, they really put some quality into the tobacco. So as long as you're a fan of Oliva, because I don't think that they deviate from their lineup too much. It's just kind of tweaking strength levels, tweaking a little bit flavors here and there. And obviously you get a little more quality as the price point goes up. But the G and the O, I haven't had one in a while.
Yeah, I was trying to remember it too.
They're definitely good though.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. When I smoke Olivas, it's always the Serie V or the Serie V Melania or the Serie V Melania Maduro. I don't really deviate away from those unless I grab a nub Maduro. That's very rare. It's only when I'm really given one that I smoke it. So my knowledge of the whole portfolio of Oliva, Manny, I apologize. It's not that well rounded. But it is what it is.
Do you think he cares though? Because how much you mentioned that one. If you sell one cigar out all the time,
yeah,
it carries the whole line, right?
Yeah.
So it's cool.
Yeah,
I think he just appreciates you mentioning it at all.
Was rock but turns to easy listening Irish music. There you go.
I like it. If you give any recommendations, I really appreciate that. Like bands or artists that you like, definitely appreciate that, guys. But back to Culebras real quick. Yeah, like Frank said, we have 25 members there. We usually do a monthly event right now, kind of just practicing social distancing, so we're going to put those on hold.
Yeah, we had our event canceled.
It was canceled.
Yeah.
April's is going to be canceled.
Yeah.
Hopefully the May one will happen. If not, we'll wait for summer.
I hope June's happens because June is actually my favorite event that I have yet to go to. I just love the idea. It's the first 20 members to sign up get to go. And basically what you do is you have to buy a cigar that's valued at $8 or more in California.
Yep.
And everybody has to get their box approved by the club president, Jeremy. And, he says yes, or he says no, someone's already bringing that, or no, you got to bring it up a little bit in value, which I know sounds kind of shitty, but it is what it is. And then you go to the event with the other 19 members, and one by one, everybody talks about their cigar, gives the flavor profile, the blend, the strength, the manufacturer, and, they give a little background to the cigar and why they chose it. And then you actually hand out one to everybody. So by the end of the night, you have your one cigar that you brought, plus a whole box of new cigars, 19 other cigars. So it's really cool. We called it 20 for 20. We've been members of the club now for 3 years. The first year we were a member, they were doing it, but we were out in Vegas, so we missed it. And they only do it every other year. So last year they didn't do it, but they're doing it this year. And I really am looking forward to it.
I really hope it happens. Danielle, I would love to go to Dallas. Pool table and booze. That's all I need in my life. And that definitely kills germs.
We were scheduled to go to Dallas May for your birthday, but we had some snafus with the hotel room. really shitty situation what they did to us. So we actually weren't going to go, but now they pushed it back to September.
It is September. It starts on the 10th, I believe.
So we might be out there for September. I don't know. The end of the year is kind of a busier time for us. With PCA taking place in the summer, and then we have to get all the new stuff ready to go in the fall. That kind of gets a little tight for us, especially with Girls Going Gin. They do a lot of stuff towards the fall month, so it gets kind of crazy around that time. So we'll see what we can do.
And no, I mean, I love Texas Frightmare. I would love to go every year. This might just be that one year we don't. But a buddy of ours, Julie, and her husband also run Days of the Dead, which they had to cancel. It was right before all this happened.
On my birthday.
So they had no chance to really push for the next reschedule, but they did reschedule for October. I felt so bad. I would love to go to that one.
Which makes more sense anyways. Days of the Dead in October just makes more sense.
Well, they do so many Days of the Dead.
They have them all over. They have them, I think, in Atlanta. They have one, I think, in like Long Island or something.
And in Texas, there's one in Texas.
Yeah.
And I really want to support her too. And honestly, just budgetary wise, it might be easier to go to Vegas for us right now, guys, than all the way to Texas.
Well, I don't know. Right now, it might not be because it was super cheap flight. So
yeah.
September 11th through 13th. As you guys know, I hate traveling day of, and the event starts and day it ends. So we usually go the Thursday before and stay till the Monday after. It gives us more time to hit up the cigar lounges and hang out with people.
That's what I was thinking. The 10th for, because that's when we would go. I apologize. Thank you, Richard. Yeah. But man, Lloyd, guy who runs Texas Frightmare, man, he is putting in some serious effort to make September look amazing.
I mean, he still hasn't given us a booth, but it's okay.
I realize that it's not really him picking and choosing who he wants to list, and we are like 2 years back on the list still, because I put us on there.
If you guys go to Texas Frightmare, I know Richard does. If you guys go to Texas Frightmare at all, if you've ever been, message the page and be like, hey, well, how come Girls Going Gin doesn't have a booth? Just message. If we bombard him, he'll give us a booth.
I would absolutely love that, guys. If we could do a Carol Baskin style bombardment of emails, I would love that. All right, there we go. Stay at the hotel from the 10th to the 14th.
See, you're lucky. That's what we signed up for. That's the exact dates we signed up for. And then I told Miguel, I was like, hey, Mike, this price doesn't look right. We didn't get that discount that everybody else got for those. You get those discounts for those 3 days the event happens. Well, I know we pay full price for the day before and the day after, which is fine. But then he's like, yeah, that doesn't look right. Let me give him a call. So he gives him a call, and they're like, oh, no, you don't have a reservation here. He's like, what do you mean? He's like, oh, yeah, your reservation's at this other hotel a mile away on the other side of the airport. And then I'm not kidding. I don't know how he maintained his composure, but they transferred him at least 5 times, and he had to tell the exact same story 5 times. And I know my brother. I've known him his whole life. And he was irritated on the phone, you guys. Like, he is a level-headed one between us, and he was about to lose it. So that was insane because Richard's saying it took him 4 months to get a room. We were up at 4 a.m. To book our rooms when they went. The minute they went on sale, we were up. And that's how we've done it. That's how we've gotten our rooms. So I don't know.
I did go through
how we went through the link.
Yes.
For the website that took us to that hotel, and it ended up giving us a room at a different hotel. And I explained this to Lloyd. He's like, oh, well, I don't know.
Yeah, I was beyond pissed. Yeah, I wanted to start screaming at people I've never met before. They were all trying to be as friendly as they could be, but at the same time telling me that they basically could do nothing for me. They couldn't even get me. I didn't even care about the discount at that point. I just wanted to get to the right hotel. Like, no.
We had 2 rooms booked.
Going to give them like $2,000 for a friggin' weekend. I never paid that much for a friggin' rent in my life. So, oh my God.
Yeah. But
is what it is.
I don't know. If we're able to get a room for the second event, we'll try. We'll see what we can do. It's just going to be a little tight around that time of year, unfortunately. May worked out really, really well. Not only was it his birthday, it just wasn't a nice kind of lull in between my birthday, Easter, the next family birthdays, and PCA. So that was a really good time that it fell in there.
Yeah, it really was. But hey, September's still going to be good. Should be. The weather might not be great, but it'll be good. So I am looking forward to going back to Texas Frightmare. Did I miss what y'all? Oh, Danielle, I am having the El Criollito from PDR in a Robusto. Love this cigar.
I'm having the Vegas de Jalapa Cofre de Oro. If you guys like spicy cigars, this one is still holding up with the spice really well. I'm already an inch in. again, I do like spice, just not necessarily this early in the morning. So this might not have been the best way to go.
Not exactly expecting it, and it is starting to rain.
Is it really? Oh wow, it is.
What the heck is going on?
It's sunny yet raining. Interesting.
That's interesting for sure, and it looks really awesome.
Yeah, it does look cool.
But gosh dang, I'm sorry, I got distracted right there. I looked over and it is raining in the backyard. Luckily, we have our nice covered top. If it starts raining really heavily, you will not be able to hear us. But it doesn't look like it's going to. It's just sprinkling, basically. On pins and needles about PCA, yeah, honestly, I don't think it's happening this year, guys.
It has to happen. It just might.
No, they'll just everyone's going to call in.
I think they might move it, if anything. I think it has to happen. I think there's just too many variables with them not having those big companies going to be there for them not to have a show and to be like, hey, they may not be coming, but we're still here. I think they have to do it.
I think if they do that, it's going to look even worse, and then no one's going to want to go the next year. The people who do go, because they're not going to send as many reps. They're not going to. People who own the companies are not going to want to go. They're not going to risk getting the people sick. Retailers aren't going to want to go because then they have to go back to their retail shops and work. You know, they don't want to leave once this opens up right now because they have to start doing business again.
Right.
They've got to make money. So they can't take a week to go to Vegas to go look at new cigars that might not even be ready in time because all the factories are closed right now.
That's a good point.
There's just, I don't think it's going to happen this year.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. It's still a lot of crazy stuff going on, so we'll have to see. I might have an extra room. I don't know. Very strange. Hey, if you do, let us know. We'll definitely swipe that up if you don't mind.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, man. Really do appreciate that. I know the girls would appreciate it. But and even Rosita's saying for the boutiques, that's even more rough on them because a lot of them aren't selling anything right now. They won't have time to go hang out and talk to a couple retailers that they could be calling like, hey, taking care of their normal guys.
Yeah.
Because they got to get their orders back in first.
Yeah, and unfortunately for a lot of the boutiques, a lot of the small boutique companies, not necessarily like Roma Craft or Sinistro or Southern Draw for that matter, they're not they don't have really like that relationship with the factory that's there that they can say, hey, we're still going to take care of you guys with our stuff, plus make our stuff. And a lot of the smaller companies, they might get told, hey, guys, we only have enough tobacco for what we have. I'm sorry.
We got to take care of the big guys first. And Danielle, there's absolutely, it's going to be very crowded because everyone's moving their stuff already. So if PCA doesn't hop on it and like, hey, we're not going to aim for the summer, we're going to aim for further in the fall. If they don't do that now, they might not get a spot.
Yeah.
The Sands, I'm sure, would want to work with them.
But I'm sure it's probably booked.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to find okay, we're going to do it on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, guys.
Yeah, Richard, don't put it here. Yeah, we'll talk to you later, man. Don't worry about that.
But I do hope, 100%. I hope that it still happens this year.
I would love it. Yeah.
PCA is my favorite event of the year. TP was awesome. Don't get me wrong; it really was cool. But I really love PCA, even though the big companies aren't going to be there this year. I really still am looking forward to it.
Yeah, I was totally just because the big companies were going, I was still super excited either way. This is, I think, that nail for this year. It's just going to be one of those, hey, it's a mulligan. We're going to get you in touch with all your retailers, make sure everyone's taken care of, show that they really care about the industry versus, just making money off the event.
Right.
And then go big next year. Hopefully they won't pull an Olympics and just call it, Summer Olympics 2020 when it's in 2021. PCA 2020 in 2021. No. If they moved that big of an event, the world event for all sports, we could move the cigar event once.
I don't think so, dude.
Why not?
These are cigars.
That's a good point.
Mikey, how you doing?
Hey.
If anybody else have anything to smoke this morning, guys, let us know. As you guys know, I'm smoking the Vegas de Jalapa Cofre de Oro. Miguel's having himself his El Criollito. I don't know how many he's down to now.
6.
I've had one.
I've had one. I've had like one a day. I love them. I've got they were the best deal you could ever have gotten on, what do you call it? On the PDR line right there because they're phenomenal. They're already a good price point, and when they went even further down, it was basically like finding $100 bill on the floor somewhere. Like, this is now mine. I'm gonna put that in my pocket, and then I smoked that $100 bill. It was amazing.
Yeah, Richard. I used to daydream a lot about what I would do when I was a little kid if I ever won the lottery, and I've actually had dreams about winning the lottery. The only problem is, if I ever won the lottery, I would waste that money. And I have a list of things that I would do, and every single thing on my list would be about annoying him or vexing him in some way. So I would not be responsible. And two, I don't actually play the lottery, so there's really no chance for me to win.
It's very difficult for me to win when I've never bought a ticket. I bought one when I was old enough, and since then, no.
I mean, I've had friends that go, oh, let's all go in, let's get 100 tickets, I'll put in $5, whatever. But we never really won anything. My mom, they did it at work a few times when she used to work as a pharmacy tech. They did it, and I think they won a couple $1,000 one time, but that was about it.
Yeah, they did the pool thing, and then they all got I think it was like $1,000 or something, something decent. But that's still pretty awesome. So, but they had to have hospital people pulling in. I think, was it like floor for floor, or was it like just a?
It was just a pharmacy.
Yeah, just a pharmacy.
They actually decided against it. They had announced that they were going to do a consumer day for the public because for those of you that don't know, PCA, Premium Cigar Association, is dedicated to retailers. It's about all the manufacturers bringing out all their new stuff for the year to come, and retailers getting a crack at looking at it first, smoking it first, so they can decide whether they want to bring it in or not. Open new accounts, get the best discounts of the year. A lot of companies, they do their biggest sales at PCA, formerly IPCPR, formerly something else, I forget. But the thing about it was that they had to have X amount of cigars brought in to hand out to the public. And unfortunately for some of these smaller companies, they're saying, hey, we can't bring an extra 3,000 cigars to hand out for free and have to pay taxes on it. It would cripple them.
Yeah.
It may not sound like a whole lot, but 3,000 cigars, even at what they're paying for the cigars, the taxes on them, and to bring them over, it could cripple some of the small boutique companies. So a lot of them were saying, well, we'll just go dark that day. And then PCA said, no companies are allowed to be dark any of the days that we're there. So
we're not going to go.
Some of them were thinking of not even going. So after long talks, I think PCA made the right decision and voted against doing it. After all, they're going to put it off. They said they're going to find a way to do it, but they'll be later on. And they're just going to focus on the retailers again. But I'm not a fan, and not to sound like an asshole, I'm not a fan of doing a consumer day. I think, your big smokes, your your barn burners. What other ones are there?
Blue Mountain.
Yeah, Blue Mountain. All those. I think those are for consumers.
Rocky Mountain.
Rocky Mountain. Let the owners go to those. The consumers can pay their tickets and go to that one. This one is geared towards retailers. If there's too many consumers in the way, you can't do any business, which is the bad part. Let them get in there, let them do what they have to do. So,
and to be honest, that a lot of the retailers take care of their better customers, and they go to PCA. Like you can see it on the floor. Like, oh, this guy buys a lot, so he's helping me pick some stuff out.
Yeah,
makes sense. If someone's spending $10,000 or $15,000 in your store a year, you're gonna want them to go with you. Like, hey, what do you like? What do you want to spend maybe $20,000 on in the next year?
Yeah,
make sure they're taken care of. You can't do that if they bring 40 to 50 people from every store. Doesn't work that way.
Yeah,
and it definitely doesn't work that way for the reps who are already swamped every day of the event.
Yeah,
like they are nonstop working, talking to new people, taking care of older customers. Why would you try to put more pressure on them when they're already dealing with millions of dollars on that floor every day of that event? Not fair.
Yeah, Mikey. I agree with you. Yeah. They were saying that they eventually want to make a consumer day. Rocky Patel was pushing this really, really hard. But of course, I think the reason he's pushing it hard is because he can bring those extra cigars and hand them out and not be worried about it.
Yeah.
General can probably do it. Altadis, Drew Estates, the bigger companies, my father, Perdomo, they can do it. And sure, they'll take a little hit, but they're going to make their money back over at the event. It's the boutiques that are going to hurt. Even a company like Southern Draw or Antigua Esteli or Dapper, they're going to take a big hit from that, and that's something that they might not recover from right away. So I'm not a fan of the consumer day. I think maybe if you wanted to do something like that, maybe have a dedicated hall to that somewhere else. Have maybe like a 1.5 day event where if a retailer wants to put their stuff out there to the public, They can have a small space like they did over at TPE where they had just a little table and a little shelf and one rep right there just talking about it, and people can come and stand and listen. And if they wanted to, they could have it at a sample.
I like that.
But forcing everybody to do it, no, I'm not a fan of that.
You have a big room where you have all the vendors with just that small footprint, and then you can have things in the middle like, dang it, who did the friggin' basketball game in the back? I forget who it was, but like Karl Malone came out and some other players. They played basketball. Cheech Marin came to TPE. You could have him signing autographs in one spot. You can make it a really fun time for for the consumers. It's not in the same area, you know. I think that's a good idea.
The two things that go into making booths super crazy expensive at PCA, one is no lie, ego. You know, I'm a big company. I need a big booth. Or I made a ton of money this year. I'm gonna have a huge booth. I want the biggest booth there, the most extravagant booth.
They got a bigger booth than me.
Yeah, so that's one. And two is in Las Vegas, you have to use the union workers. As soon as your stuff gets dropped off, if you want it put on pallet jacks or you want a sign hung, you have to use their people. And unfortunately, that was really expensive. I think Skip said they paid something like $7,000 to hang a Romacraft sign, which is
one sign
insane. So that goes into making those booths cost a lot of money, which I think is horrible. If you want to bring your own stuff in, you literally had to carry it piece by piece. And when they're bringing in, chairs and tables and signage, it's just like, all right, whatever, have your guys do it. And that goes into costing quite a bit. I know a lot of them actually have their setups stored in Vegas, so the time of the year comes, they have it shipped out from the storage unit. So
super easy.
That's easy, but you're still having to pay for those union workers to assemble, disassemble, all that stuff.
Yeah, union is just. I mean, nothing wrong with unions for the most part, but when it starts going that route and they're pricing themselves out of a job, basically, you're killing your own goal. And they're killing the vibe. PCA is going to get so expensive that you can't really do it. But then, that ego side.
Yeah, Peter, how you doing, man?
Yeah, that makes it rough. Hey, Giannis, how you doing?
I don't oppose a consumer day, but I would rather see it at a different time than PCA. Again, the barn smokers, your big smokes, your Fuente Fever, that kind of stuff. That is why those were made for the consumers. Retailers don't really go to those, and I think that's what I like to see.
As a charity, we need an extra table and chairs. It costs us over $300. Oh my
Jeez.
God! I could rent those here for $20, and then very nice Mexican family will drop them off for us.
Right?
So that's ridiculous. You know what? We're gonna move the event to here in Bakersfield.
That's right.
Bakersfield.
Right in the middle of summer.
Oh God, never mind. Never mind. Miguel's idea retracted. But guys, we're coming up to 40 minutes, and I said this show is gonna go to about 45. Anything else you want to talk about?
If you guys want to tune into Schedule for One Fall tonight, we'll be on after WrestleMania.
Yep.
That's me and Greg, hopefully talking about WrestleMania Day 2. Greg talked about Day 1. We didn't get the split screen in, but I did make some comments. So, tune into that. You guys are scheduled for One Fall on Facebook. If you guys want to see us talk about wrestling,
we'll share it on the page. So if you want to find it, it'll be super easy. If you want to go give it a like right now, really appreciate that, guys. Building up those numbers. And hopefully it is better than yesterday's.
Yeah.
Thank you. You too. Be safe, guys. We'll talk to you all later, and I will see you tomorrow morning. We'll be back around this time.
See you guys.
Have a good one.